Tüm hükümetleri yıkabilirim ve tüm dini düzenleri zayıflatabilirim. Seninle bir Siyonist devlet kurulacak. Ortadan kalkacak ve ateizm kazanacak.
Here are the facts. General Albert Pike was born in December of 1809. He was exceptionally bright and allegedly accepted into Harvard, although he didn't have the money to attend. Today, Pike is remembered as a pioneer in the early courts of Arkansas, a Confederate officer during the Civil War, and a central figure in the development of Freemasonry. He's still the only Confederate officer with a statue in Washington, D.C. History is divided on Pike. He's been called a genius, a villain, and an occultist. But that's not all there is to this story. Some people believe Albert Pike was more than just a lawyer and a general. Much, much more. Here's where it gets crazy. Depending on who you ask, Albert Pike may have been the leader of the Ku Klux Klan, a Satan worshiper, or even the king of the Freemasons. In The Unseen Hand, A. Ralph Epperson argues that a great deal of historical events have been planned in advance. Epperson believed that Albert Pike was at the center of this conspiracy and the highest-ranking Mason in the United States, or possibly the world. Pike is also accused of being a member of the Illuminati and a harbinger of a coming new world order. The stories about Pike's alleged occultism and villainy are both varied and, to a large degree, impossible to prove. For example, some claimed he had a magic bracelet that allowed him to commune with the devil. Others claimed that he helped found the Ku Klux Klan, or that President Andrew Johnson considered Pike his Masonic superior. Masonic databases deny the allegations about Pike and the Klan, but that hasn't stopped conspiracy theorists, especially anti-Masonic theorists, from making this claim. Anti-Masonists believe that Freemasons have destroyed most of the records proving Pike's involvement in sinister affairs. However, one claim takes attention over all the others. In 1871, Pike allegedly sent a letter to an Italian political activist named Giuseppe Mazzini, in which he describes a curious dream about 3 world wars. In this letter, Pike apparently outlines specific events leading up to World Wars I and II. Additionally, Pike pushed for the organization of communism, Nazism, Zionism, and other international movements as tools to escalate these conflicts. According to this letter, the Illuminati will provoke a third world war by creating religious conflicts in the Middle East. After this war is ended, the letter claims that nihilists and atheists will create bloody turmoil, leading the world's disillusioned masses to follow Lucifer. For those who believe this conspiracy theory, Pike's letter accurately predicts the course of world events. However,
bir şey olmaz dersiniz ya. Size Mason teşkilatının kurallarını yeniden belirleyen bir adamın mektubunu okuyalım. Bu mektup yıllar evvel yazıldı paşalar. Okuyunuz Tahsin Paşa. Amacımıza ulaşmak için öncelikle bir dünya savaşı çıkartmalıyız. Bu sebeple Rusya'da Çar'ı zayıflatıp ve komünizmi hakim kılmalıyız. Ajanlarımız vasıtasıyla Britanya İmparatorluğu ve Alman İmparatorluğu arasında gerginliği körükleyerek savaşa zemin hazırlamalıyız. Ve Birinci Dünya Savaşı sonrasında
komünist düzeni iyice inşa etmeliyiz ki tüm hükümetleri yıkabilirim ve tüm dini düzenleri zayıflatabilirim.
Ardından ikinci bir dünya savaşını çıkarmalıyız ve bunu gerçekleştirmemiz için faşistler ve siyonistler arasında savaşla sonuçlanacak bir harp oluşturmalıyız. İsimleri Nazi olacak olan faşistleri savaş sonunda yok etmeli ve savaş sonrası
Filistin'de bir Siyonist devlet kurulacak.
Üçüncü Dünya Savaşı'nı çıkarmamız için İslam aleminin liderleri ve Siyonistler arasında ajanlarımız vasıtasıyla ayrı düştükleri konular üzerinden gerginlik çıkartmalıyız. Ve bu hengame içinde diğer milletleri bu konuda fiziksel, ahlaki, ruhsal ve ekonomik olarak çökmeler için mücadeleye zorlamalıyız. Üçüncü savaş, İslam alemi ve Siyonistler arasında olacak. Ve bu savaş, Müslüman dünyası ve İsrail devletinin birbirlerini yok edecekleri şekilde dizayn edilmeli. Ve bu hengame içinde diğer milletleri bu konuda fiziksel, ahlaki, ruhsal ve ekonomik olarak çökmeler için mücadeleye zorlamalıyız. Nihilistlerin ve ateistlerin önlerini açmalıyız. Üçüncü Dünya Savaşı sonrası dinler ortadan kalkacak ve ateizm kazanacak. Ve müthiş bir sosyal çöküş provoka etmeliyiz ki böylece bu kanlı kargaşa ve vahşetin doğurduğu korku içinde mutlak ateizm etkisi ortaya çıksın. Tövbe estağfurullah. Burada 100 yıllık bir kehanetten bahsediliyor paşalar. Bizim mücadelemiz buna mani olmaktır.
We got a good military and we can take down Iraq. This was on or about. About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me. And one of the generals called me and he said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later. And by that time, we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper. He said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense office today. And he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, don't show it to me." And I saw him a year or so ago, and I said, "You remember that?" He said, "Sir, I didn't show you that memo. I didn't show it to you."
This is Isaiah 48:3. "I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth, and I shewed them. I did them suddenly, and they came to pass, because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is an iron sinew, and thy brow brass. I had even from the beginning declared it to thee. Before it came to pass, I shewed thee. Lest thou shouldest say, My idol have done them, and my graven image and my molten image have commanded them. Thou hast heard, see all this, and will not ye declare it? I have showed thee new things from this time, even hidden things, thou didst not know them." First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your body as a living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. So I just want to go into this lesson, just showing you how E fancies himself in basically trying to create his own prophecies. But these things were already declared in the scriptures, man. All right. So, no, Esau, you are not special. There's nothing special about you. Okay. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has raised you up in these last days to destroy you. Okay. All right. Let me get another scripture. All right. This is Isaiah 46:8. Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh and there is none else. I am Yahweh and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. All right. So these things were declared from the beginning, man. All right. So as you can see from the video, it was basically talking about this guy Albert Pike, how it was put into his mind that there would be three world wars, right? But who put it into his mind? All right. This is Job 33:14. For Yahweh speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed. Then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from men. All right. So the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he basically put this in this man's mind. If what they say is true, all right, he put it in this man's mind, just like it was put in the mind of the scientists to create the nuclear weapons, the nuclear bombs. All right, these are all according to the Lord's purpose. All right. All right. He said, "I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and created the instrument for his work. All right, and created the waster to destroy." Roughly paraphrasing. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua put it into the mind, all right, of these men for his purpose. Okay. King's heart. Right. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. All right. And as the scripture says, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he mustereth the host of the battle. All right. Okay. And he basically controls the minds of these world leaders for his own purpose. All right. Okay, so there's nothing special about you, Esau. You haven't prophesied anything that the prophets haven't already prophesied. Matter of fact, since we're talking about World War I, World War II, and then ultimately World War III, which is the war to end all wars. All right. All these things were already prophesied. Okay. This is Revelations. This is Revelations 11:14. The second woe is past, right? World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. Okay. So that's the third. That's World War II and World War III. All right. These things have already been prophesied, man. All right. Okay. And World War I was also prophesied as well. All right. Matter of fact, this is Revelation Revelations 9:1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, right in that bottomless pit. It's talking about Europe, which is where a lot of that war was fought. World War One, right? And World War Two. And unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power, right? And this is not talking about actual scorpions, right? It's talking about the let me see something. World fighter planes. So this is John the Revelator basically seeing World War One fighter planes, and they looked like locusts. All right. Okay. Let me go back to that scripture. And it said it had power like scorpions. All right. Meaning it had a sting in its tail. And basically, what did you have on these planes? You had a tail gunner. All right. All right. The man be in the back of the plane. That was pretty much the tail gunner. All right. So that's what that's talking about. But let me go back to that scripture. All right. Let me get the whole thing. Right. 4. Revelations 9:4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their foreheads. All right. And when you look at the damage that these men that were in this war received, it's awe-inspiring. All right, to say the least. All right. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. All right. And that's them tail gunners. You know, in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. All right. So you had a lot of people. Let me see. World War One. Okay. So let me see if they have images. All right. Right. So these is the men that were tormented during World War One. You know, faces all disfigured. You know. Let me see something. All right, you had guys that were suffering from PTSD. Physical issues. Wow. Mm-hmm. Right, and yeah, Salakia, I kind of had to redo, but but yeah, so yeah, that was World War One. All right, and you know, just to tie it back into the point, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is the one that mustereth the host of the battle, man. All right, you know, and he's the one that causes wars, and he's the one that ends them, right? But this is Psalms 46:7. Yahweh power of hosts is with us, the power of Jacob, Salah, right? The power of hosts, right? The power of armies. Come and behold the works of Yahweh, what desolations he hath made in the earth, right? You know, you know, look at what desolations he's made in the earth, man. You know, it was prophesied that Damascus would be a ruinous heat. You go into Syria and you look at it now, and exactly what it is. All right, he maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. All right. So yeah, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he causes the wars to cease and commence, man. You know, because Esau has it in his mind. What does it says? Let me see if I can get it. All right. There's Isaiah 10:13. For he saith, by my strength, Salakia, for he saith, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. All right. But what it says in Romans, the 9th chapter, for this cause have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee. All right. So the Lord raised you up. All right. Just like he did Pharaoh, man. All right. Let me get another one. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 6:1. All right. 2nd Ezra 6:1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that gather faithful treasure. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Right? So Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, he's the one that raises up kingdoms. He's the one that tears them down. He's the one that starts wars, and he wants to end them. Then answered I and said, all right, because, it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that, he sends his angels to work on the mind of these world leaders. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? Okay? So, as it says in Romans the 9th chapter, for this cause have I raised thee up. Right. You know. So right now he's raising up these leaders. You know, he's using his angels to work on the mind of these world leaders to draw them. See, all roads lead to the Middle East, to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, matter of fact, let me get that, Joel. All right. Right, this is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Right? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say that I'm strong. Right? Take all the money that you were putting into agriculture and put it into the war machine, the war effort. All right? Okay? And let the weak say that I'm strong. All right, and we see that since Russia has been a guard unto these other nations. All right, supplying them with weapons and military aid. So now these weaker nations are now saying that they're strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, and those mighty ones are the angels. Those are the angels are the ones that are working on the minds of these world leaders to draw them into the war to end all wars. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment, all right, Yahweh's decision. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, the fast overflow, for their wickedness is great, right? And we're in the height of wickedness right now. Multitude in the valley of decisions, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision, right? And that's in the Middle East where he's gonna cause the war, the third world war, you know. All right. And let me see. All right. Is Isaiah 8:9. Associate yourselves, O ye people, and ye shall be broken in pieces, and give ear, all ye of far countries. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for Yahweh is with us. All right. So all these deals that these nations have been trying to make, they've all fallen, as the scripture says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels, man. All right. And what has the Lord done with Russia? You know, he put hooks in their jaws, man. So every time they try to come to the table to come to agreement with Babylon, all right, the Lord turns them in another direction, showing you that it's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that mustereth the host of the battle, as the scripture says, man. All right. So yeah, it's a little lesson I wanted to do, and that's what it is, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to get the credit for this at the end of the day. It's not going to be Albert Pike, man. It's not going to be any of you Edomites, man. All right, you're about to go into slavery and be destroyed, man. So yeah, with that, I'd like to say shalom and a Bible.